I tried to be an apple, but I lost focus. I've been a little apprehensive about making ADHD videos lately. And that's rough because I changed this channel to ADHD and mental health for two good reasons. I hated the content I was making before, which I was only doing for views, and I felt like I needed some kind of extra outlet for my brain stuff. And when I came up with the idea, ADHD wasn't the big internet trend it's become. Not long ago, if you wanted digestible video content about ADHD, your choices were basically Rick Green, Jessica of How to ADHD, and Chris with Me with ADHD. And there were other smaller channels, but they were basically hit or miss on their uploads, kind of like me. But since then, largely thanks to TikTok, ADHD content has grown like some kind of fungus, and mostly not the good fungus. I'm already disinclined to use TikTok because bad dancing, lip syncing, and pointing to text on screen isn't compelling content to me. But those same videos are showing up on YouTube Shorts and Facebook now. But more than the dancing, the bad music, and
that awful voiceover,
the really poorly thought out ADHD content that's showing up makes my brain hurt. There's the 5 signs you might have ADHD. There are the really bad, stale jokes. But what bugs me most is the glorification of ADHD as a superpower. And I wonder, if you have ADHD, does that bug you too? Yes, for us ADHD folks, it can lead to hyperfocus, but it's not like we can just turn on the hyperfocus whenever we needed it, and if we could, by definition, we wouldn't have ADHD. We usually focus on the fun stuff, not the has-to-be-done stuff. Power washing my driveway is a hell of a lot more fun than paying bills or doing taxes. Some folks claim you can train your hyperfocus, which I kind of understand, I guess, but I've never succeeded at it. Closest I've gotten is putting myself on a task, with the attractive part being the accomplishment of having that task done. Because the fun part is checking it off the list, if I can find my list. But this idea can be a problem with bigger tasks, because if I don't finish, it'll ruin my day. And then I might obsess about fitting in time to get that task finished, which means either losing sleep or bumping stuff off my schedule. Or I give up and feel like a loser. The most useful and productive hyperfocus happens for me and a lot of ADHD folks when we're facing an impending deadline. Doom deadline. I'm an impending deadline. But while we might get the thing done, it also leads to some unhealthy behaviors. Blowing off social plans, putting off other necessary tasks, or not eating or sleeping properly. Don't get us started on missing that deadline. Get a bunch of deadlines stacked up against each other and it becomes unsustainable, and then you've got fatigue. And there's also ADHD paralysis, where you just can't get yourself to start. What kind of superhero would that make you? Captain Vacillation with his sidekick Sad Sloth. Forgetfulness, is that a superpower? Yeah, because everybody loves a person who can't remember anybody's first name. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad the stigma around ADHD seems to be breaking down, but it seems like the pendulum might be swinging a little too far the other way, at least online. To me, it seems like a lot of ADHD content is meant to make it fashionable. And people are self-diagnosing now. By the way, that's not a thing. And there are still ads that show up that oversimplify ADHD and the treatment process by companies that want to capitalize on the trend. Yeah, I worry stuff like that might make the doubters, the people who think ADHD is real and we're just lazy drug seekers, take ADHD even less seriously. That we're all just driftless ne'er-do-wells hooked on amphetamines. By the way, if Adderall's so damn addicting, how come I keep forgetting to take it? I don't really know what the solution is. I suppose this is more of a rant than anything else, but at least I'm making video. And by the way, I don't think all ADHD content on TikTok is garbage. I particularly enjoy and recommend Life Actuator and Connor DeWolf. They tend to put out well-informed and entertaining content that doesn't recycle the same stupid lists and stale jokes so many others do. I'm gonna give this more prolific thing a try, so hopefully you'll see me again soon. Unless you don't want to, and in that case, why are you still watching? Bye.